Gail Infamous and WO back with another video, a review on a show I haven't done a review in a long time, TNA Impact, and I watched the pay-per-view that just ended, TNA Sacrifice 2012. Let's get started with the first match of the night. We got Christopher Daniels and Kazarian versus Samoa Joe and Magnus, and this was a pretty decent tag team match, and the heels, Christopher Daniels and Kaz, pretty much got the victory over Samoa Joe and Magnus after I believe Kaz was holding back Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels pinned Magnus and are the new TNA Tag Team Champions, so pretty much continuing their feud and calling out AJ, so I will predict probably the outcome of Teenage Slammiversary card at the end of the video. So yep, that was the first match, pretty decent. And then we got Gail Kim versus Brooke Tessmacher, which I saw at Wrestle Reunion, and I still have to say she still looks hotter in person than what she does on TV. But this was just a quick matchup, and Brooke got her spots in, and Gail Kim ended up getting the cheat to win roll up with the feet on the rope, and got the victory and retained her TNA Women's Knockout Championship. Next up, we got Devon versus Robbie E and Robbie T in a triple threat match for the television champion, no tag team champion. Anyways, a little funny story. When I went to Wrestle Reunion, also, this is just a random story, Robbie T was there, and while I was waiting in line for Roddy Piper for almost 2 hours, I actually counted how much people went up his table for the 2 hours, and it was a big total of 5 people. So I can never take Robbie E seriously after that day. And Devon got the victory over Big Rob Terry after Robbie and Robbie T were fighting over who would pin Devon, and Devon got the upper hand over that. So now Devon has pinned Robbie E and Robbie T in matches. Next up, we actually got a pretty okay match between, the last match was pretty good too. Anderson and Jeff Hardy. This was just a decent match. It was nothing special, and pretty much Anderson worked on the arm of Jeff Hardy pretty much throughout the whole match. But then when Jeff Hardy was coming back, he did the little thing where he jumped between the guys' legs and hits them with his legs. Like, he holds his leg and jumps, like, in between. And then, yeah. Well, while he was doing that, Anderson pushed him, did a roll-up, 1, 2, 3, Anderson gets the victory. But if you did the replay, it was a controversy because Hardy, if you did a slow-motion replay, when they did do it, Hardy got his shoulders off the mat after 2 3/4. So Earl Hebner pretty much screwed up. Obviously, this is part of TNA's booking, or they would have restarted the match. But this is a little TNA screw job. So, and this was probably a #1 contender match, and Anderson and Hardy are going to go into controversy, which I think will lead into Impact this Thursday, and they will probably have another rematch. And yeah, next matchup we got Crimson coming out and calling out Matt Morgan. And we're thinking Matt Morgan was come out after the referee almost about gets a count of 10. But Eric Young and ODB come out, and Eric Young and Crimson have a match, and Crimson beats Eric Young, and that's whatever. Crimson undefeated streak continues. Next up, we actually got a pretty good match, non-title match between Austin Aries and Bully Ray. And this was a pretty good match, I gotta say. Probably one of the best matches on the card, next to the next match. Bully Ray pretty much dominating Austin Aries. Austin Aries coming back, acting like he could take all the shots and you won't get him down. Then Austin Aries pretty much coming back. It was a lot of near falls towards the end, and it was a really fun match to watch. And then in the end, even with the brainbuster, Austin Aries still couldn't beat Bully Ray, but then made him tap out after, which was a really good match. And then, yeah, that was a good match. Next up, we got AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle, and this match pretty much started off like a shoot wrestling match with AJ and Angle, and then Angle pretty much working the grappling AJ, working the bear hug submission on the ground with so pretty much like a lot of holds in this match, a lot of wrestling in this match, and towards the end, yes, a lot of finishes to the match. AJ kicked out of the Angle slam. Angle kicked out of the Styles Clash. AJ got the Styles Clash. Kurt Angle did the Styles Clash on AJ, and still AJ kicked out. But damn it. What was it? Oh, right. Christopher Daniels and Kaz came out and distracted AJ, and Kurt Angle pretty much got the royal victory and won the match. So, yep, Kurt Angle defeated AJ Styles. And then Christopher Daniels and Kaz started beating up AJ, and Angle came to the rescue. So probably Slammiversary, AJ Styles and Kurt Angle versus Christopher Daniels and Kaz for the WWE TNA Tag Team Championships. Wow. And then we got the main event ladder match, TNA World Heavyweight Championship, Bobby Roode versus RVD. And this is probably one of the worst ladder matches I've ever watched. It was horrible. It was horrendous. It wasn't that good at all. The commentary made it worse. On top of it was like the spots seemed meaningless as they were being called. And yeah, and Bobby Roode ended up getting the victory after they were fighting on top of the ladder. Bobby Roode pushed RVD off the ladder. His head hit the back of the chair that was on the mat, and then his ankle was stuck in the ladder, so he was unable to get out, and he was knocked out. And then Bobby Roode got the title 15 minutes into the match, and there was 50 minutes left of this pay-per-view, which they used for nothing. I thought, well, Biss was going to come out and set up for a match for Slammiversary against RVD maybe, but that's what I thought. I thought they were actually going to make Roode lose in RVD versus Abyss at Slammiversary, but that wasn't the case. Bobby Roode is still your TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Overall, the show was like a man, not a thumbs up, not a thumbs down. It was just there. So that is my review, and the Slammiversary next month, the 10-year anniversary of TNA, and they better do something right, because 10 years and your show 10 years ago probably will be better than the show next month. But yeah, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, that's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. So yep, that's my review. Thanks for watching. That's all.